Hello and welcome to Mum's the Word here on Channel Mum. This is the show where we are going to be debating all the hot topics when it comes to the world of parenting. I'm joined today by Stacey, Lucy and a very special guest, Ashlyn. Hello, sweetheart. And we are going to be talking about a very hot topic today when it comes to parenting, ear piercing babies and small children. Is it right or is it wrong? But before we chat about it, we've been out on the streets of the UK to find out what you think.
I'm against ear piercing in young children altogether, so whether it's cultural or not cultural, I'm just against that anyway.
I don't have a problem with that. My brother has a 2-year-old daughter. She got her ear pierced when she was 6 months. No problems at all.
It's normal for when they are baby girls, but yeah, I think it's normal for them because all girls have piercing, so I think it's something normal.
Having ears pierced at a very young age, I don't particularly agree with. I think once a child's of an age where they can say, "Mummy, Daddy, I'd like my ears pierced," then it's the right time to do it. I don't think it should be forced on them from an early age.
So as we've just seen, some really strong opinions on ear piercing there. So I think it's time we found out what we all think about it. Let's go to Stacey first, because Stacey, you've got some really strong opinions, haven't you?
Yes, I mean, when I've got a 10-year-old and I got her ears pierced when she was 3 months old. And to be honest, I was gonna get it done at 6 weeks old because that's what our family done. It was just our culture thing to do that. When my mum did it, her family done it to them, and like nieces, nephews, everyone had their ears pierced by 6 weeks. It was never a thing of, child abuse, how they say now, or, it was wrong or anything like that. It was just the norm in our house to do it.
Yeah. When you took her though, was there any part of you as a mum that was kind of thinking inside, this isn't right, inflicting pain on my precious tiny baby like this?
It wasn't. I don't know, obviously I knew it would hurt, but it was just the norm. Like I said, it was honestly just, that's what you do.
So for you, because of the family you grew up in and the people you socialised with, and as you say, it was a norm for you.
Yeah.
Do you think perhaps if your family had frowned upon it and it hadn't been so socially acceptable in your circle, you maybe wouldn't have done it?
Oh, definitely. I was a young parent. I was 19 when I had Rika. And obviously I looked up to what my mum said and my aunts and my nan, and yeah, it was just like, we can't wait. It was literally like a trip to go and get her ears pierced. Like, we all got ready. My mum came, my aunts came, and she was all dressed up in her little pretty dress, and we literally went there to go and get her ears pierced.
Wow, so it really was like a family rite of passage,
Yeah.
like a christening or something
Like
like
a
that.
big event.
Yeah.
Wow. As an older mum now, not that you're old,
Yeah.
but as a more, a wiser mum, and
Yeah.
you've had another child. If you had another baby girl now, would you pierce her ears?
No.
Really? Why?
Yeah. See, I still don't believe it's child abuse. I still think that is a load of crap, and it really frustrates me when I hear that. But I just think, growing up now, and I've spoken to my daughter, and she said to me, I asked her if I should have waited and if she would have preferred it. And she said, yeah, she would have liked to make her own decision.
Really?
However, she loves earrings and she wears them every single day. But it's something that she said she would have liked to be able to decide herself.
Okay. Lucy, what do you think?
Well, I actually had my ears pierced when I was quite young, so I was 4, and I actually spoke to my mum about why she'd made that decision, and she just sort of said it was just what she did. She didn't think twice about it. She went along with a friend, and they both had the two of us had our ears pierced at the same time. But having a baby now, and I've got a 3-year-old daughter as well, the idea of getting their ears pierced, I just know I wouldn't do it.
No, it's the same here.
Yeah.
So do you think it is child abuse, or is that a bit extreme?
I wouldn't say that I think it's child abuse, but I feel like, for me, it's an unnecessary pain that you're putting them through. I mean, it's not very nice when you take your children to have their vaccinations and it hurts when they're a baby, but you know that that's kind of a necessary evil, and it's better than the alternative, which is them getting whatever the illness is. But I just feel like ear piercing isn't like that. It's just pain for the sake of, just having a hole in your ear, and I just feel like it's a bit odd.
And surely it's, from my point of view, it's purely for the mum's vanity, because no baby wakes up one day and goes, hey mum, I really fancy some earrings. It's purely a vanity thing, isn't it? As you say, vaccinations, that is a means to an end, but why put holes through a baby's ears?
But I think if you have a child and you have a little girl and it's in your family, it's just normal, I mean, Rika always just get called a little boy, always. And I think that was another reason probably why I decided to do it as well, because I just thought with 2 little beautiful ears pierced that people would stop commenting on her and keep saying that she was a boy.
Did they?
Yeah, they did actually.
Okay. So maybe that was more of like an insecurity thing from your point of view.
You could probably see it as that. I just think for me, for our family, it was more of a, a little girl, they have their ears pierced. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't really know many adults that are women that don't have their ears pierced, so.
Yeah,
I mean, no, that's a point. Having watched lots of people's opinions we've just seen there, one argument, people seem to be generally against the idea, but a lot of people kind of say, if it is for cultural or religious reasons, it's okay. I personally don't agree with that. I think that is a bit of an excuse. What do you think about that? If it is someone's culture, they've grown up with it, and it's part of, like Stacey said, part of what their family. Is that okay?
It's difficult, isn't it? Because I wouldn't want to step on people's traditions or what their beliefs are, but I personally, I feel like it's unnecessarily inflicting pain on a child when it's not their choice. So I kind of think, and even if you're going to use, the cultural argument, who's to say they're going to want to be part of that cultural element as they grow up? You're making a big decision for them about their body when, they can't be making that decision for themselves, which I think...
So you've heard our views on the subject of ear piercing, but now let's find out what the other mums from Channel Mum think.
I was 5 months old when my earlobes were pierced, which is incredibly young, and when I spoke to my mum about it, she explained that it's considered as quite a normal and traditional part within some Indian cultures and communities.
It is completely unneeded. It is a body mutation for vanity purposes, which I just think there's no need for it. You're inflicting pain on your child to make them look cute or pretty or enhance their beauty in some way.
I get upset when Ellie has injections, let alone getting her ears pierced. I think I'm just a little soppy for that at the moment, but if some mothers do want to go ahead with that, then that's entirely up to them.
It looks so horrible because that baby has not been able to choose that they want to get their own ears pierced. It's kind of gone through all this pain, and it just looks weirdly grown up on a baby, in the same way that suddenly having lipstick on or something just really jars.
My husband is English and I'm British with Indian roots, and we have talked about the possibility that if we did have a daughter, we wouldn't mind if her earlobes were pierced at a young age, as we do like the idea of keeping some traditions alive.
I'm not saying it's abuse, I'm not that strongly against it, but I just don't understand why you would choose to put your child through pain and discomfort and all of that stuff just because you think it looks pretty, or you think it makes them look better, or you think it makes them look like a girl.
So once again, I think the general consensus there from our Channel 1 vloggers was a resounding no for ear piercing with babies, apart from Bella, and that was for cultural reasons, which we have discussed, and I have to say her earrings did look really nice. I'm not changing my views, but she did look lovely. So yeah, that's... Stacey, you're kind of the only one out of the Channel Mums, girls at the moment, that's still sticking with your opinion that it's okay.
I think, I'm still sticking with that. I think it's okay. If that's what you want to do, then go for it.
Well, there was a massive petition that happened in the UK last year. What do you think about it?
She's going to be 30 when she has it.
Mummy, I want earrings. There was a massive petition last year. Actually, 28,000 people in the UK signed this petition calling on a complete ban on ear piercing on babies. So, I mean, that's quite indicative, I'd say, of how society feels about this in general.
Yeah, it does. I mean...
I think I signed it, actually. I did. No, I did. I signed it.
I remember seeing it. I don't remember whether I signed it or not. But yeah, like you say, I think it's quite indicative of how society feels about it, really, isn't it?
So we could be heading in the direction of there being a complete ban on this.
Yeah, I do think it's completely changed. Even from 10 years ago when I got Rika's ears pierced, I think it is, and it seems to be frowned upon a lot more. Like I didn't, in my little world where we were in London, it was just so normal where I'm seeing a lot of people really just think it's really bad.
Would you be worried now, if you had a baby girl now, would you be worried about being judged if you pierced her ears as a baby?
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, because I think now, like you said, there's so many people that are saying like it's child abuse or, it's vanity and all that. And I just think, yeah, I would be worried to go and get them done because people would judge.
Yeah. Did you guys see there was a complete hoo-ha on social media when Katie Price got her latest baby bunny's ears pierced? Did you see all of that? It was all over Instagram and Twitter.
I remember seeing, I do remember seeing it, and I remember thinking, like, kind of how my face told the story then. I kind of remember thinking, is that really a good idea?
Well, because she's got Princess, who's about, 8, and then she's got her baby Bunny. Princess's ears are not pierced, but she had Bunny's ears pierced because Bunny's dad, Kieran, his family is Spanish, I think, so she sort of went with his family, which I think that's a bit strange that she's kind of like said no to one child and then yes to another.
But again, it's cultural, isn't it? If that's what
or
his
is it
family...
just an excuse? Is it just an excuse for Katie Price?
I guess it depends on whether she said no to Princess or whether it just didn't cross her mind to do princesses, maybe, because it didn't pop up, and maybe it's popped up this time because of the cultural references.
Okay, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you've enjoyed what you've seen today, do click like. Don't forget as well to subscribe to Channel Mum so you don't miss another episode of Mum's the Word. Also, we would love to hear your views. Do you feel strongly about ear piercing? Let us know in the comments below, or perhaps, if you feel really strongly, make your own video about this and you can post it on your social channels, whether that's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Link us in, let us know. We would absolutely love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.